I hear it all the time from women who don't like me when they say, I never say anything positive about women, that I only criticize, that I only point out their hypocrisy and double standards. But that's patently untrue. And the irony is, whenever I do praise a woman, these same critics, these very same women, hate it even more. Why? Because it's never the kind of woman that they approve of. Well, buckle up, darlings, because I'm about to praise a woman you despise, a woman you hate, a woman named Erika Kirk. As things have unfolded over the past couple of weeks, I've been amazed at how people have reacted. We're seeing the good and the bad in humanity. We're seeing people show themselves and who they are as human beings more than ever. The story of Erika Kirk is the one that I stand in awe of most of all, because it's a story of strength under fire. It's a story about grief, duty, love, choice, and what happens when someone refuses to let tragedy define them. First, let's be clear about who she is. Erika Kirk is a former Miss Arizona USA, a businesswoman, a podcaster, a nonprofit founder, and the mother of two. She is what you would think feminists would hold up as the ideal woman. Yet, they hate her, despise every fiber of her being. In 2021, she married Charlie Kirk. She chose to prioritize her home, her family, and support her husband and his mission. And feminists demonized her for it. Erika embraced what some call a traditional wife role, the one that today gets women ridiculed simply for valuing marriage and family. And again, feminists mocked her for it. They called her outdated. They accused her of being submissive. They dismissed her life choices as if a woman only has worth if she follows a career-first, family-second path. That was the first strike against her in their eyes. And they call her weak, which she is anything but. As we all know, on September 10th, her husband, Charlie Kirk, was shot and killed while speaking at Utah Valley University. He was killed right in front of her eyes. Her life and her children's lives were shattered in an instant. But the feminists didn't stop there. They've come out of the woodwork to laugh at her children, to disparage her, demean her, discredit her. This sisterhood that feminism claims to be has exposed its true self. And instead of retreating, instead of disappearing into grief, Erika did something extraordinary. She stepped forward. She didn't back down. She didn't show weakness in the face of tragedy and the relentless attacks hurled at her. No, she stood strong. She stood independent. And feminists, well, they still haven't stopped. For years, they've claimed we need more women in leadership positions. They've demanded we need more female CEOs. But what has been their response since the Turning Point USA board unanimously appointed Erika as CEO and chair? Again, nothing but relentless attacks and disparagement. It is the epitome of the fraud and lie that feminism is. Because while they claim they want to support women, while they've demanded more women become CEOs, when it actually happens, they're showing that it's anything but. They only support women that they can control. They only want female CEOs who fit their narrative, their definition of what a woman should be. Let that sink in. And again, Erika Kirk stood firm. She stood up and showed her class, her strength, and what a true woman should be. She didn't shrink down from their attacks. She stood up. She made it clear she wasn't afraid and wasn't going to be intimidated by the feminist cult, saying, and I quote, "You have no idea the fire that you've ignited within this wife. The cries of this widow will echo around the world like a battle cry." She followed that up with, "The movement my husband built will not die. It won't. I refuse to let that happen. All of us will refuse to let that happen." That, ladies, is not weakness. That is strength. That is resilience. That is true leadership. And yet, instead of recognizing it, feminists are now piling on again. They're calling her a fraud. They sneer. You called yourself a trad wife, but now you're a CEO. You're contradicting yourself. You were lying all along. Do you see the trap? Do you see the double standard feminism has at its core? When Erika embraced motherhood and marriage, she was mocked. Now that she's leading an organization, now that she's CEO, she's being attacked again. It proves the point. Feminism isn't about choice. It's not about uplifting women. It's about coercion and control. What feminism is loudly saying, what it is proving to women is this. You can be celebrated, but only if you make the choices that we've pre-approved. Step outside that box and we'll come for you. We'll do everything we can to tear you down. But let's dig deeper. Let's talk about another truth that Erika Kirk represents. The truth that most women will never understand. That Erika Kirk is exactly the kind of woman that men long for. She brought love, honor, and respect to her husband. She acknowledged and appreciated everything Charlie did for her, for their children, for their marriage. She recognized his sacrifices, his work, his mission, and she stood by his side through all of it. That is what a partner is supposed to be. That's what a man dreams of when he thinks of building a life with someone. Not just romance, but true partnership. And now in the wake of unthinkable tragedy, she is carrying forward that same spirit. She's honoring her husband, honoring their marriage, and refusing to let either of those things be erased. She is the very definition of what a woman should be to a man. His partner, his equal, his peace. Erika Kirk proves something feminism never admits. That women don't lose in marriage. They gain. They gain love, loyalty, family, legacy, and a partner who is committed to them as deeply as they are committed to him. They gain a sense of we that is also much bigger than the me. But most of today's modern women can't see that because feminism has convinced them otherwise. Convinced them that marriage is a trap, that family is oppression, that partnership is weakness. Erika Kirk is living proof that that's all a lie. Another thing that Erika is showing the world is that real strength doesn't have to fit into one category. She was a devoted wife and mother. She is a mother still. And now she is also a leader stepping up to carry on her husband's mission while raising her children, while carrying grief that would crush most people. And she's doing it with grace, with humility. And grace and humility so profound that she even has forgiven her husband's killer. She said the answer to hate is not hate. We should show love for our enemies and love for those who persecute us. She even refused to call for the death penalty, saying, I did not want that man's blood on my ledger. When I get to heaven, I don't want an eye for an eye to keep me from being with Charlie. And I'll be honest, as I said, she publicly forgave her husband's killer. That's something I could never do. She is, without a doubt, a better human being than I am, and probably better than most of you watching this. And again, feminists hate her for it. Think about that. While grieving, while raising 2 young children alone, she's still choosing forgiveness. That is almost impossible to comprehend, and yet she did it. And rather than support her, rather than stand with her, rather than be united with her, rather than make her the example of what a woman should be, feminists have relentlessly attacked her. And that's what makes Erika Kirk dangerous to her critics, to feminism, because she is what most of them will never be. She is strong without being bitter. She is independent without needing to deny family. She is a leader who didn't abandon her role as wife and mother, but who expanded it. She's showing that motherhood is not weakness, that being a wife is not submission, and that stepping up in crisis is not a betrayal of tradition, but the very fulfillment of it. She and Charlie were true partners, and now she's carrying forward both his work and their marriage. And for the young women out there who are told daily that they have to pick one path and it better be the right one, told that it's family or career, motherhood or leadership, well, Erika Kirk is proof that that's a false choice. You can build a family. You can be a mother. You can be a wife. And if life calls you to it, you can also be a leader. Let me be clear. This isn't about politics. This isn't about religion. This is about what's right. It's about honoring choice and a woman's right to choose. Choose the life she wants to have, not the one feminism tells her she must have. And it's about honoring dignity, about respecting women who live their lives on their own terms, not on someone else's checklist. Erika Kirk is walking through unbearable grief, but she is also walking in strength, in grace, and in courage. And for that, she deserves to be honored, not mocked, not dismissed. If nothing else, the journey that Erika Kirk is on proves one certainty, that feminism is not and never has been about supporting women. It's about suppressing them. So let me close by saying this. I salute Erika Kirk, and I salute all the women like her. Women who are actually strong and independent, not the ones who just claim it, not the ones who wear it as a slogan while depending on others to carry them, but the women who actually live it, who actually prove it. The women who bring love, honor, and respect into their marriages. The women who stand behind their husbands, not work against them. The women who raise children, build homes, and still find the courage to lead when life demands it. The women who don't hate men, but embrace them, appreciate them, and all that they do. Those are the women worth celebrating. Those are the women worth holding up as role models. Those are the women that all women should aspire to be. And Erika Kirk stands among them. She doesn't call herself strong and independent because she doesn't need to. She lives it. She embodies it. She is it. And that is why she is and will remain the very definition of a strong and independent woman.